I'm going to teach you how to channel your emotion, because one thing that we all need to understand is this. Whatever you're trying to manifest in life, whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to construct, if you're trying to shift your reality, you need to know how to channel your emotions at will. Not just get things done when you feel like it, but actually channel your emotions. This concept right here, we're going to say emotions. What does this E stand for? If you watch my video, I'm pretty sure you already know. Energy. And that means what? Energy in motion. You need to learn this concept on how to use your emotions, your energy, and not let them use you. Because you have to be a millionaire, then become a millionaire.
That's 100,000 plus 200,000 plus 300,000 plus 400,000. You have to be a millionaire to become a millionaire. You have to be a millionaire to become a millionaire.
I'm not the best when it comes to, sounding real professional. I tried my best for these videos, but what I will tell you is this: I'm very good at taking very complex information and making it simple. Your energy is everything. Money is energy. Relationships, energy. Life is energy. So what do you think is going to happen if you don't have no control of your energy, of your emotions? They're going to use you, meaning that you're going to be moving in a default mode based off of your feelings. We don't want to keep doing that. We got to be able to control our emotions. You know what that's called? EQ. You want to have a higher level of EQ. Without this right here, you will always fall victim to your feelings. And you don't want to do that. Your feelings is supposed to be just used as information, as signals. That's the first thing I'm going to start off with. Your emotions, right? Your emotions, I'm going to write it on the board, equals signal. And I'm going to put in parentheses, info. That's all your emotions is supposed to be used for. I'm telling you this right now because it's going to get me into the next part of my lesson. Your emotions is just supposed to be signals. It's just supposed to be information. If you get upset, that's your body letting you know that you're mad. You need to now use that as clarity to find out, why am I upset? What was it that I was actually upset about, right? Same with when you're excited. What is it that's making me excited? It's just information. You're supposed to use your emotions as information. It's supposed to help you calculate better. Now, if you do give into your emotions sometimes, because it does require a lot of practice, like I said in my last video, you have to be able to give your brain the confirmation to understand that this is just information. But if it doesn't do that, it's going to be something new out the pattern. So your brain's not going to give you the signal of, hey, this is just information. It's going to tell you react. We don't want to react. We want to respond. You feel me? We don't want to react. We want to respond. We don't want to react. Reacting leads you to nowhere. That's what happens. Reacting to shit all the time is just going to have you in the middle of nowhere, lost in the wilderness, like the Bible say. You feel me? I don't think it say anything about the emotions. If you react to it, it leads you to the wilderness. I don't think it say that. What I'm saying is the fact that you don't want to be led into the wilderness, into the middle of nowhere. And that's what your emotions will do for you. If you're constantly reacting to things, let me see. Have you ever heard that expression? If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up anywhere. If you don't know where you're going, right, you'll end up anywhere, bro. And you don't want to goddamn go here when you know you're trying to go here. You get what I'm saying? You know you're trying to go up, but you keep going down. You know that the sun is in the east, but you keep going west. You know what I'm saying? I think that, am I right about that? It is the sunrise. I'm not 100% sure about that one. That was more like subconscious, but that's the information that's in my subconscious. It just kind of came out like that. But you need to know where you're going. If you don't know where you're going, you'll end up anywhere. And then guess what's going to happen if you keep on reacting to your emotions? You're just going to end up anywhere. You get what I'm saying? Because you're letting your emotions guide your direction. You don't want that. You want to be able to channel it. So that's going to bring me into my next part. How do we channel our emotions. How do we get a hold of them? How do we put a leash on them? Channel energy. That's what I'm going to say. How do we put a leash on them things? You get what I'm saying? This is the easiest way that you can do it. This is like baby practice. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you learn when you're a kid. Breathe. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the fundamentals right there. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're breathing, you're taking in the oxygen, you're breathing out the oxygen. You know what I'm saying? So you're breathing in good and you're breathing out bad. That's the, basic 101, but we're going to get on some real shit to actually channel this energy. So if you want to channel the energy, there's a few ways. We got number one, I already said it, breathe, right? We got number two, meditate. And meditation come in all type of forms, you get what I'm saying? But let's just say you're on the go and you're at a time where you can't meditate. You can always breathe. But let's say you really trying to channel your energy. Maybe you got a big public speaking coming up. Maybe you got a first date. Maybe you get what I'm saying? You got a job interview. You need to channel a certain, that's going to bring me to something else. Hold on, put a side note in this. This is how I know that this works. You know how many unqualified jobs I got? Just because I know how to channel my energy? Just because I know how to channel my emotions? I end up working at a spot as an event coordinator and an HR. I ain't know shit. I was learning all of that on the go. They just felt the signal that I dished off that told them he's going to be good for the team. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I mastered at a very young age, thanks to my mama. But look, I'm going to tell you this. You got number one, you breathe, right? Number two, you meditate. Number three, if you're on the go, though, you have to know how to channel your energy if something disrupts it. And the best way to do that is imagination. It sounds crazy. It sounds it sounds crazy, don't it? It's imagination, bro. Because you know what imagination is? It's magic nation. Why do we say magic nation? I'm not saying magic as far as spells or nothing like that. I'm saying magic as far as, it being beautiful. You feel me? Like magic almost seeming like it's supernatural. You know what I'm talking about? They call it magic nation because it's a collective of your eyes, a collective of images in your third eye that creates a nation. You know what I'm saying? So you need as many collective images that you can think of and then believe in it, feel it, in order to channel that energy. Now, it's not going to be as easy as it sounds. That's the thing. So now we're going to break down how do we even think about this picture right here, right? So if you need imagination, am I moving too fast? Y'all can always go back and, rewind it, stamp it. Make sure that you like this video, hit the notification button, subscribe, and share this video, man, so I can get out there to all the future millionaires. You're going to have to watch these parts a couple of times because like I told you in the very beginning, I didn't even feel like doing this, but I'm just going to give y'all the game real quick. So when it comes to imagination, there's a few things that you need to know how to do. The very first thing is focus. You need to know how to focus. How do we enhance our focus? There's multiple ways. They got the flame technique. You know what I'm saying? The flame technique is if you got a lighter on you, you just look at the flame long enough. You feel me? You just stare at the flame and you try to visualize the picture that you want to see in your head while you're looking at the flame. Another one is the small dot technique. Now, the small dot technique, that's when you say you got a paper or something like that. You put a small little dot on there. You know what I'm saying? And you try to focus on that dot without zoning out. This is the whole point of the focus exercise. You can do the flame, the small dot, or you can find a specific spot. Now I'm gonna give y'all a secret. You have an aura. Just keep up with me real quick. I'm gonna get right back to this. You have an aura that you permeate. Most people do. Now, if you can imagine a person's aura, whenever you're talking to them, it takes you out of whatever emotion that got disrupted, and you're going to start focusing on the colors that you're seeing around the person, things like that. It sounds crazy, don't it? But imagine it. Just play house for a little bit. Just be a kid for a little bit. Say you see this person's superpowers or something. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, I promise you that your energy going to change almost damn near instantly. But that's going to bring me to my next thing. So you got the flame technique, the small dot technique, and then you got the you focus right above the person's head. So like say focus above, or focus on halo. That's what I say. You focus on halo, because if you're looking directly in somebody's eyes, like, bro, that throws the signal off too, especially if it's somebody that's on some BS. You feel me? Just focus on something other than the eyes, because the eyes is the soul to the window. You're going to focus on the halo above their head. If you look slightly above their head, like just a little bit over that, you'll be able to like feel more, and you start focusing more on the energy that's being presented to you. These are the best ways to build your focus. Now, when you get to the point of actually locking in on the focus, now you can bring in any vision that you want to see. You get what I'm saying? So if you're in a bad argument, you can literally visualize that the argument is going good. You can try to find the good inside of the argument. You can actually try to understand that other person. That's what you want to do. You want to visualize you actually seeing a good outcome out of the situation. Number 3, I just said it in number 2, but number 3 is going to be empathy, comprehension, understanding. Now, we live in a world right now, y'all, that is so self-centered. We live in a self-centered world right now, so a lot of people ain't focused on the understanding. They're just worried about what they do. That's why, since you're a chosen one, because more than likely you're an entrepreneur. If you rocking with my videos, you're an entrepreneur, because that's who I try to target. I try to target people that's chasing their dreams. I try to target people that know how to bend reality. I'm trying to target people that have been doing the affirmation boards, listening to the audios, doing affirmations and things like that. Did I say affirmation boards, vision boards, whatever? I'm trying to target y'all because I've done this for a very long time. The person you see today is not the person that I was 20 years ago. I'm going to tell you that right now. You get what I'm saying? And I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning, but now I'm catching on to what I'm doing. That's why I'm ditching this out as I go, and I'm showing y'all in real time that I'm really like that. I'm really him. So your imagination, focus, vision, understanding. You want to always try to understand the subject at hand. You want to always try to understand. You want to take your own thoughts out of the equation. You don't even matter no more. If your frequency is getting thrown off, it's not even about you no more. Something is out of pattern. It's both your fault and whatever's going on in your reality. But I always take accountability for myself. It's always my fault. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it rains on a day that it was supposed to be sunny. That was my fault. And I'm going to try to understand what I could have done differently so I didn't get wet that day. You feel me? So this right here is the biggest part, is the understanding. You want to understand what's going on. You need to figure out and ask yourself, where was the root to this? Where did my frequency, what starting point did my frequency get thrown off on? Right? That's all going to come from your imagination. Now, like I said before, once you use your imagination, you know, the breathing techniques, all that, that's like little league stuff, man. You got to get your imagination on point. Once you get your imagination on point, I promise you, you'll be able to change and channel your energy to whatever you want it to be at any given time of the day. I promise you that. That's how I'm able to do this right now. I did not feel like getting up and doing this. I'm doing this just to prove that it was actually a test for myself that I just decided to put on the camera. I wanted to prove to myself that I could channel this energy. And look, we are already here. We're already here. You feel me? So remember, you got your emotions, right? Y'all remember what emotions mean? That's energy in motion, right? And energy in motion is what's needed. I'm going to put needed right here. To 1, manifest. That's what it is right there. 2, to, reality shift. 3, to execute. This is all you need to do right here. Once you get once you got your energy and motion, you want to use your emotion, not let your emotion use you. You want to use your energy, not let your energy use you. Once you get that here, then you'll be able to execute. You'll be able to manifest the way you're supposed to. Then you'll be able to bend reality, create a reality shift. I have a video on here. It's like a 1 hour or some video of me coming into my millionaire identity in 21 days. Watch that documentary. You get what I'm saying? It's about an hour and some change long, and it's literally a collective of all the videos that I've been putting up until this point. You get what I'm saying? And you'll see firsthand that I'm really like that. I feel like this is something that our community needs to know. A lot of us are still chasing energy, But that's another video for another time. We got the reality shifting and the execution part. Now, when it comes to discipline, it seems like a lot of us can't execute. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. The reason why that's happening is because of this. That's why you're not disciplined. Because you can't channel your emotions. You have to be able to channel your emotions. Until you channel your emotions, you're not gonna be able to execute at will. You'll be able to just execute whenever you feel good. You know what I'm saying? And that is not the millionaire identity way to go. You feel me? What we need to do is goddamn understand discipline, understand how emotions work, understand how to use our energy, understand energy texture, understand energy transmutation, taking it from anxiety and turning it into excitement since they both operate on the same wavelength. But yeah, man, you know what it is. It's Billy Convolini, Last Dollar Millionaire. If you did not hit the like button, subscribe button, or the notification button, do that now. If you haven't commented, make sure that you comment so I can get out there to all future millionaires. And remember, you have to be a millionaire, then become a millionaire.